Hello and welcome to the OLLE webinar for Extend. It stands for Online Lead Engine. My name is Megan Piper. I am the Digital Marketing Coordinator here at Extend. So if you have any questions or concerns about OLLE or anything else digital marketing related, you can reach me at megan.piper@extendcu.com. So today's webinar doesn't really have a PowerPoint. I feel like it's more effective if I just show you the software. But to talk a little bit about OLLE before we jump in, it's a user-friendly software that you can either, we can give you access to, so you can create your own contests that you can share on social media or even in emails or on your website to get more engagement and get more leads. Or Extend can manage it for you. So we can create a contest for you. We can even implement calls to those leads for you if there's a lot that you can't handle, and send some emails to your membership base as well. You can find more information on our website at extendcu.com, or like I had mentioned, you can always email me or give us a call. So I like to compare this to when you're on your social media pages and you see a business that says like, share, and comment on this post, and you will be entered for a chance to win a Visa gift card or a Yeti cooler or something like that. And I think those are great. They really do help build engagement and followers on your page. But you have to think, what are you really gaining besides engagement on your social media? You're not finding out any additional information on your members or non-members. You're really not getting those insights that you need. And I know that a lot of times tellers, it's on them because they see your members most of the time, or your member service representatives on in your call center or anything like that, for them to ask those leading questions like, do you have any loans elsewhere? Anything like that to try and find a solution for your members. But sometimes that can be hard. It can be a little intimidating asking those questions. So OLLE helps with that. You can ask any questions that you would like that are leading, even non-leading. I did have a client who used it. They were doing some renovations on their branches, and they wanted to know if their membership base was frustrated or how they were feeling about the whole situation. So we used an OLLE contest that asked questions like, are you excited about the new branches? What frustrations have you had? So really the possibilities are endless. You can use it for any sort of survey contest. There are a few different ways that you can have your contests on here. There is the sweepstakes version or survey version where you just ask questions that they answer and they are entered to win that way. You can do a trivia contest where you ask a question, maybe something about your credit union or any financial question, because then you can focus on education. And if they answer correctly, then they can be entered to win. There's also image contests where it prompts people to submit images, and then they can go in and vote for their favorite images. And then there's also a video contest, which works in the same way as the image, where they can submit a video and people can vote on that to determine the winner. So I'm going to jump right in and show you the software. So this is the dashboard that you will see when you have access. And it shows right now, and full disclosure, this is my personal OLLE, so I have a test campaign on here, so all the data you'll be seeing is not any personal or private information. But it shows right now I have it set to all campaigns, and it can show me how many people have viewed the campaign, how many submissions I have. I just created a test campaign for this webinar, so you can see I have some submissions already. which was just me filling out some information so I can show you that data. And I think this is really cool down here, the maps that show you where all your people are coming from. So you can see the scope of how far you've gone. So I'm going to jump in and show you what a campaign looks like. These show all your campaigns that you have created. It shows you more detail of when it ran, how many views and submissions you have. This one has finished, so you can clone it if you want to use the same one every month, and then you can make edits from there. You can delete it, edit it, anything like that. But this is the test contest that I just created, and I actually have this open on a new tab. So when a member or non-member clicks on the URL that you provide on either your social media pages, on your website, or in your emails that you send to your members, it will bring them to a landing page. And it's important to note that you do not need to create a landing page. That's the beauty of the OLLE software, is it creates the landing page and URL for you, so you don't have any added work. All you have to do is copy and paste the URL wherever you want to share it. So this is what people will see when they when they click on the URL. So I have implemented our logo, and in our settings I had connected our Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, or pardon me, LinkedIn. So they can click on those and it'll bring them directly to our page. This is the title of my contest, and this is just an image that I created and uploaded. And I'll show you in a second how to create a contest and how easy it is, but I just wanted you to see what it looked like first. I have it configured to ask for the first name, last name, email, and phone number. And then, of course, I have the instructions, prizes, and rules, which we can provide you the rules and some guidance on what to put in your instructions and prizes section. Our rules have been looked over by our attorney here in Michigan, so they follow Michigan laws, so we can still provide those to you, but we do suggest that you either have your attorney or your compliance person look them over to make sure that you are in compliance for your state regarding contests and giveaways. So then I have membership status, and the cool thing is you can have radio buttons, you can have text boxes, like I can fill in any text boxes, any text in here. You can have a bigger text box where the person can write multiple sentences. You can also have check boxes, so if they can choose more than one option, you have that too. This example just has the radio buttons where they can only choose one. But this is where those leading questions come in. I just used a template that was available, but it asks questions like, do you have a loan or debt at another financial institution? What I think is kind of cool is if I click yes, my auto loan is somewhere else. Yeah, I want to move my loan over and save myself some money. They have to check 18 years old. And I'll show you this as well, but that we do offer the compliance logos already in here. The privacy policy is included, and then you can put your credit union's address there. But when they click enter, oh, I forgot to fill out my name. When they click enter, another cool feature is because, oh no, I already entered. But if I go back and I change that email, that's another cool feature, is that it won't let people enter twice, so you don't have to worry about that. But remember that I had clicked that I had an auto loan elsewhere. So there's this really cool feature of the loan calculator, where in your settings you can enter in your loan rates based on the different credit score tiers. And it allows the person who entered, if they had answered auto loan or credit card, it would show up as credit card or mortgage. They can estimate what they think their credit score is. Maybe I think I'm awesome and I have an 810. And maybe I want a car for $41,000. and I have a down payment of $54. And then I can choose months, and it will give me an estimate based on what I had configured. Now this is inaccurate because I just put some numbers in our loan calculator for the purpose of testing, but the nice thing is they can click Start Saving, and it will be added to your data and your leads that you have. So when you follow up on your leads and you see that, oh, Megan entered and it looks like she's interested in moving her auto loan over, you can see that Megan also entered all this information about getting a new car or what she already had. So that when you give them a call, you already have a good basis for your conversation and you can start building that relationship right away. I think it's also nice that it has the disclosures down here at the bottom where it says this is purely an estimate and it's definitely based on your credit score, and this is not guaranteed. But it also thanks them, and then they can share on Facebook or Twitter and like it on our pages as well. And it tells them when the winners will be selected. But if they click Start Saving, it says thank you for your interest, and then this gets entered into the data file that you can see at a later time. The nice thing is that this paragraph is customized as well, so if you wanted to include they can apply online as well. You can put the link for your It's Me 247 on there so that they can go and apply online as well. So that's from a member point of view or non-member point of view, because we do suggest making it available for everyone. Anyone who has access to the URL for the contest can be entered to win. But we'll jump back into the software so that you can see. I want to show you the data that we just got. So if I look at data submissions, and I know that it's a very user-friendly software, but there's a lot of stuff on the side, and I'm kind of going over it quickly. But just know that if you do purchase the OLLE product, I will work with you one-on-one to provide training and make sure that you're completely comfortable using this so that you can have an effective contest software and have it work for your credit union. So if I choose the contest that I just created, it shows me the same thing that I saw on that dashboard when I first logged in with the submissions. But the nice thing is that it has all of my people who have entered, and it even gives the date and time. So it looks like Johnny Appleseed entered, and it tells you the questions that you asked and what their answers were and all of their contact information. So we have everyone who entered. And this is the one that I just entered right here. So you might be wondering, well, where is that auto loan data? If we go over here, this is just the generic data submissions, just the answers to the questions on the contest. But if I go to lead submission, and I choose that campaign, this is where it shows all the information that they had entered themselves on the loan calculator. So I had done some earlier, and there's credit card on here. I did a couple auto loans. So this is where you can find all of the stuff that they entered and what they're looking at. So it can help you generate those conversations when you do give them a call. If you click View Data, it pulls up that data collected from that data submission, so you know who it is, all their information, and how they answered those questions. So I did want to show you some of the settings in here because it's kind of cool. Company info is pretty self-explanatory. This is where at the bottom of the contest it had our company name and address if anyone needed to contact us. And this is the loan calculator settings. Obviously, these are not correct rates here, but you can enter in your rates for all the different tiers based on new, old auto loans, credit cards, home loans, all that good stuff. The text elements, this is where different things, this is where like that paragraph I showed you after they entered the loan calculator, you can customize that. All those different, like, thank you for entering, you can customize all of that. What I think is the best part about this is the lead alert emails. So in a second when I show you how to create a contest, I'll show you the different options, but each question that you ask, you have an option to configure a certain way. If they answer a question, yes, I have a mortgage elsewhere, you might want to configure that to home loan lead. And so when they answer yes on that question, it will automatically send an emailer to my email, or this could be your mortgage loan officer. It will send them an email saying, hey, this person who just answered yes, I want to lower my mortgage rate, or something like that. And you can configure it for home loans, auto loans, checking accounts, just recaptures, anything like that. So it can go to your specific departments. So I think that's helpful because you might want to send like your checking account and new membership leads to, your member service team, but then all your auto loans, RV loans, credit cards to your loan department. And then of course your home loans to your mortgage loan officer. So that's kind of cool. So if we jump in, so design, this is where you can determine the colors. I just used our branding colors. It's all customizable at the top here. There's a few different layouts you can choose from, fonts, but then custom colors here. So definitely fit your branding guidelines, or change it up to fit whatever contest you have. I know one client right now is doing like a summer giveaway, so they made theirs very bright with a lot of different colors on there just to have it stand out. But then it's as easy as clicking the Create button to jump you right in. The campaign title is where you would name it. I always suggest having your credit union name first, and then whatever title. So I'll just put Test 2. Oops. And it automatically fills in after the URL. So this URL right here is what you're going to be sharing on your social media pages, your website, and emails and everything. This is the URL that has created the landing page for everyone to access the contest on. But you don't have to copy this over yet. I'll show you at the end what one you can copy. But then the date range, you can choose on the calendar when you want it to run and you can even specify a time. So like let's say you're choosing the winner on the 4th of September, you might want it to run until 11:59 p.m. on the 3rd. Of course, choosing your time zone is important. And then this is where those campaign types come in. So sweepstakes is what I usually have as a go-to, or just ask questions. But like I said, there is a trivia, video, and image option. You can update your logo here. These compliance logos are already available to you, but you can turn them off so you don't want them on there, or you want some of them but not others. And then the featured image, that is like the one on our contest here. Oops. This one right here, which you can create however you want. I just create it in my graphic design software, but any image you want to use. I do suggest with images though that the image you use on the contest you also use on your post that you have on your social media pages, and you also use as the main image in your email, just so that there's some continuity between everything. So once we have the basic info down, the details, this is where those descriptions, this is text, and instructions, the rules, which like I had mentioned, we can give you generic rules that fit in there, like the fine print, and then the prizes. And feel free to get creative with your prizes, instead of just like a Visa gift card, you could do, especially now in the summer, a grill giveaway, or there was another client who gave away like Adirondack chairs and a cooler. There's a lot of things that you can get creative with that members really like. And then the data tab is the most important. This is where you generate your questions. So these automatically fill in, but you can delete them if you would like. And then the membership status is here. That call to action button, this is where I was talking about if you have it set to auto loan, home loan, credit card, checking, recapture, it alerts those email addresses that you had configured in your settings. So if they answered, I am currently a member, maybe you don't have any call to action, but I am interested, you put it to recapture. We also offer templates, so if you can't think of questions to ask, you can choose the template. And we have consumer loans, checking accounts, mortgage leads, auto loan focus, any of those. And you can select those, and it will put them down in here. And you can still edit them from here, so you can just click in here and change any of the wording if you would like. Here's a better example of that call to action. So this is set to auto loan. So if they had selected this answer, if you could lower my car auto payment, I would like to know how, it will trigger that auto loan capture lead, and it will email your loan department if you had that set up. But with the questions, this is set to that radio group where they can only choose one option, but there are those other options where they have a text input area or checkbox to choose from. So you can configure your questions however you see fit. I always suggest don't necessarily jump right into the leading questions. Always have a theme around your contest. So for example, if you're doing like a summer contest, it might focus on camping. So maybe the first question would be, what's your favorite camping spot? Or what do you love to do in the summer? Or something like that, so that they don't feel like they're giving too much information right away, but they can relate to the contest first before you jump into those hard-hitting questions like, where are your other loans? And then once all that is configured and you're happy with it, you can hit create and save. And then when you jump into your campaigns, we have the test contest I created earlier, which I showed you, and now we have our test 2. So if you go to view campaign, view now brings you to that page where you can see what the member would see, but this is where you can copy over your URL. And this is where you'll put it on your social media pages. So as you can see, that pretty much covers most of it. We are offering right now a $200 discount. So normally an OLLE contest, we suggest running 4 to 6 weeks. Just so that it doesn't overwhelm people and it doesn't run too long, but still gives them enough time to enter. And normally that runs $300 per contest, but right now we're offering you to try the software for one contest for $200. So if you would like more information about that or to move forward, you can always reach me again at megan.piper@extendcu.com. Or if you have any other questions regarding OLLE or even your social media, because I work with that on a daily basis. I also offer consulting as well on your social media marketing. So feel free to reach out to us about anything, and especially if you have any questions. Thanks so much for your time today.